I just broke down every single dollar it takes to self-build a 3,000 square foot Barndominium in 2026. And I'm about to show you how one family saved $47,000 by acting as their own general contractor. If you're thinking about building a barndo this year, the numbers I'm sharing could literally save you the cost of a luxury car. But here's the thing, most people completely underestimate 3 specific costs that can destroy your budget, and I'm going to reveal exactly what those are. Stay with me because by the end of this video, you'll know the exact price breakdown of a real 3,000 square foot build, including the mistakes that cost them an extra $12,000 that you can completely avoid. Before we dive into the numbers, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button and the notification bell because I release brutally honest Barndominium content every week, and I don't want you to miss the follow-up video where I break down the timeline and show you the actual finished interior. Alright, let's get into the real costs. Why 3,000 square feet is the sweet spot for self-builders. Let's talk about why 3,000 square feet is actually the perfect size for a self-build Barndominium in 2026. It's not too small where you're compromising on space, and it's not so massive that you need a full construction crew for 6 months. A 3,000 square foot barndo typically gives you 4 bedrooms, 3 full bathrooms, an open concept living area, and still leaves room for a shop, home office, or flex space. Here's what most people don't realize. When you go above 3,000 square feet, your costs don't just increase linearly. They can jump significantly because you might need additional HVAC zones, more complex electrical panels, and your material delivery costs increase. Under 3,000 square feet, you start making compromises on the layout that most families regret later. So 3,000 square feet hits that perfect balance of spacious living without crossing into territory where costs spiral out of control. In 2026, the market has shifted. Material costs have finally stabilized after the chaos of 2021 through 2023. Steel prices are down about 6% from their 2025 peaks, and labor availability has improved in most regions. This makes right now one of the better times in the last 3 years to start a Barndominium project. The real 2026 cost breakdown for 3,000 square feet. Let me give you the complete breakdown based on a real build that was completed in Texas in early 2026. This is a standard finish, not budget and not luxury, just a solid, well-built home that most families would be proud to live in. The Barndominium kit for 3,000 square feet, which includes the metal building shell, roof trusses, exterior walls, trim, and all fasteners, cost $87,000. That works out to $29 per square foot just for the kit. This is from a reputable manufacturer within 400 miles of the build site, which kept shipping costs reasonable at about $3,200. Foundation was next. For a 3,000 square foot monolithic slab, they paid $24,000, which is $8 per square foot. This included all site prep, grading, vapor barrier, rebar, and the pour itself. The foundation is not the place to cut corners, and they went with a 6-inch slab with proper drainage. Assembly of the shell cost $42,000. Now here's where being your own general contractor comes in. They hired a specialized crew to erect the metal building, which took about 5 days. If they had gone through a general contractor, this would have cost closer to $55,000 to $60,000 because of the markup. Interior insulation was a big expense at $18,000. They used spray foam insulation throughout, which is $6 per square foot. This is critical for a metal building. Skipping proper insulation is one of those 3 mistakes I mentioned earlier that will haunt you with massive energy bills forever. Electrical work totaled $28,000. This included the 200 amp service panel, all wiring, outlets, switches, light fixtures, and getting everything up to code. They hired a licensed electrician, which is non-negotiable. This is not a DIY job unless you're already licensed. Plumbing came in at $22,000 for all rough-in and finish work, including 2 full bathrooms, 1 half bath, kitchen, and laundry connections. Again, licensed professional, not optional. HVAC system cost $16,500. They went with a heat pump system that covers the entire 3,000 square feet with proper zoning. In 2026, energy efficiency is a huge consideration, and they chose a system that qualifies for some tax credits. Interior framing and drywall for partition walls, bedrooms, and bathrooms cost $36,000, which is $12 per square foot. This included all materials and labor from a drywall crew. Flooring throughout the home cost $24,000. They used luxury vinyl plank in main areas at about $6 per square foot installed, and tile in bathrooms at about $10 per square foot installed. Kitchen build-out, including cabinets, countertops, sink, faucet, and appliances, was $32,000. They went with mid-range cabinets and quartz countertops. Nothing fancy, but not builder-grade either. Bathrooms, including vanities, toilets, showers, tubs, tile work, and fixtures, cost $28,000 total for all 3 bathrooms. Interior doors and trim throughout the entire home was $12,000. This included all bedroom doors, closet doors, and baseboards. Painting interior and exterior cost $9,000. They hired professionals for this to ensure a quality finish. Windows and exterior doors totaled $18,000. They went with energy-efficient double-pane windows and a quality front door, plus a back door and shop access door. Site work, including driveway, basic landscaping, and grading, cost $14,000. Permits and inspections were $3,800. This varies wildly by location, but don't forget to budget for this. Septic system installation was $18,000. If you're in a rural area, this is a major cost that catches people off guard. Well drilling cost $12,000 for a 200-foot well with pump and pressure tank. Miscellaneous costs, including tools, supplies, unexpected issues, and contingency, totaled $9,500. The grand total came to $457,000 for a complete, move-in ready 3,000 square foot Barndominium. That works out to about $152 per square foot, which is right in line with the 2026 national average for a standard finished barndo of $140 to $170 per square foot. Now here's the critical part. If this family had hired a general contractor to manage the entire project, they would have paid an additional 10 to 20% for project management and overhead. At 15%, that's an extra $68,500. But realistically, with markup on materials and subs, they would have been looking at closer to $525,000 to $550,000 total. By acting as their own general contractor, they saved approximately $68,000 to $93,000. However, they did work with a construction consultant for $5,500 who helped them schedule subs, review contracts, and ensure everything stayed on track. Even with that cost, their net savings was over $60,000. The 3 mistakes that cost them $12,000. Remember I mentioned 3 critical mistakes? Here's what happened to this family that you need to avoid. Mistake number 1 was underestimating site prep costs. They assumed the land was relatively flat and didn't budget enough for grading. Turns out they needed significant dirt work and a retaining wall in one area. This added $7,000 they didn't expect. The lesson here is to get a proper site evaluation before you finalize your budget. Spend $500 on a professional assessment. It will save you thousands. Mistake number 2 was ordering windows without careful measurement. They had to reorder 2 custom windows because the rough openings were framed incorrectly. Between restocking fees, reordering, and delays, this mistake cost them $3,200 and pushed their timeline back 3 weeks. The lesson is to triple-check all measurements and have your framer verify before ordering custom sizes. Mistake number 3 was trying to save money on insulation. They initially planned to use bad insulation to save about $8,000. After talking to other Barndominium owners and doing more research, they switched to spray foam. While this increased their upfront cost, the energy savings and comfort made it worth it. However, the delay in making this decision cost them $1,800 in scheduling conflicts with other trades. The lesson is to make your major decisions early and stick with them. Changing your mind mid-project always costs more than getting it right the first time. What self-build really means in 2026. Let's be realistic about what self-build actually means, because there's a lot of confusion. Self-build doesn't mean you're out there with a hammer doing everything yourself. What it means is that you're acting as your own general contractor. You're the project manager. Here's what you actually do as a self-builder. You secure all the permits and handle inspections. You order all materials and schedule deliveries. You hire and coordinate all the subcontractors. You manage the budget and pay all the invoices. You solve problems as they come up. You make decisions on finishes, layouts, and changes. Here's what you absolutely should not do yourself unless you're licensed and experienced. You should not do electrical work. You should not do plumbing. You should not do HVAC installation. You should not erect the metal building shell without experienced help. You should not do spray foam insulation. Here's what you can do yourself to save money if you have basic skills. You can do painting. You can install flooring if you're patient and careful. You can do landscaping. You can install light fixtures and plumbing fixtures after the rough-in is done. You can do trim work and baseboards. You can build closet shelving and storage. The family in this example save an additional $8,500 by doing their own painting, installing their own vinyl plank flooring in the bedrooms, and doing all the landscaping themselves. These are tasks that don't require licenses, but do require time and effort. The reality is that acting as your own general contractor is essentially taking on a full-time job for 4 to 6 months. You need to be available to answer questions, solve problems, meet inspectors, and coordinate schedules. If you can't commit that time, it might be worth hiring a GC even with the added cost. Regional variations in 2026. Location dramatically affects your total cost. The example I gave you was from Texas, which is one of the more favorable states for barndominium construction. Let me give you the ranges for different regions based on 2026 data. In Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas, you're looking at $130 to $170 per square foot for a standard build. These states have favorable regulations, plenty of experienced builders, and competitive pricing. In the Midwest states like Missouri, Kansas, and Nebraska, expect $140 to $180 per square foot, slightly higher due to different building codes and climate considerations. In mountain states like Colorado and Montana, you're $160 to $200 per square foot due to higher snow load requirements and more expensive labor markets. In the Southeast, it varies widely. Rural areas of Georgia, Alabama, and Tennessee run $140 to $175 per square foot, while coastal areas requiring hurricane ratings can hit $180 to $220 per square foot. In California and the Pacific Northwest, costs jump to $200 to $280 per square foot due to strict building codes, expensive labor, and complex permitting. In the Northeast, expect $180 to $240 per square foot, with similar challenges to California plus higher heating requirements. So for our 3,000 square foot example, while Texas came in at $457,000, the same build in California could easily cost $600,000 to $750,000. Location matters enormously. How to actually save money on your build. Let me give you the proven strategies that actually work in 2026 to reduce costs without sacrificing quality. Strategy 1 is to buy stock plans instead of custom architectural drawings. Stock plans cost $1,200 to $2,000, while custom plans cost $4,500 to $8,000. You can then pay a local drafter $800 to $1,500 to make minor modifications to stock plans. This saves you $3,000 to $5,000 right there. Strategy 2 is to choose a simple rectangular floor plan. Every angle, every jog in the wall, every complex roofline adds cost. A simple rectangle is the most cost-effective shape to build. It might not be the most exciting design, but it's the most economical. Strategy 3 is to source your barndominium kit from a manufacturer within 500 miles. Shipping costs for steel have stabilized, but they're still significant. A kit shipped 1,000 miles can cost $6,000 to $10,000 more in freight than one shipped 300 miles. Strategy 4 is to time your build carefully. Starting in early spring allows you to get through most of the exterior work before winter weather slows you down. You want to shell up and dry it in before bad weather hits. Strategy 5 is to do your own demolition and site cleanup. Contractors charge $50 to $75 per hour for laborers. You can save thousands by handling the grunt work yourself. Strategy 6 is to build during the off-season if your region has one. Some contractors offer better rates in their slower months. Strategy 7 is to make all your selections and decisions before construction starts. Every change order costs time and money. Finish your planning, then execute. Is a self-build Barndominium right for you in 2026? Let me be completely honest about who should and shouldn't attempt to self-build. You should seriously consider self-building if you have 4 to 6 months to dedicate significant time to the project, have good organizational and project management skills, are comfortable learning building codes and permit processes, have a reliable network or can build one of quality subcontractors, have some construction knowledge or a trusted advisor who does, can handle stress and problem solving under pressure, and have financial reserves for unexpected costs. You should probably hire a general contractor if you have a demanding full-time job that doesn't allow flexibility, have no construction knowledge or interest in learning, don't have 6 to 9 months to commit to the project, aren't comfortable managing multiple contractors and schedules, or want a simple, hands-off experience even at higher cost. There's no shame in hiring a GC. The $60,000 to $90,000 you'll pay might be absolutely worth it for your peace of mind and time. But if you can commit to managing the project, the savings are substantial and the learning experience is valuable. A 3,000 square foot self-build Barndominium in 2026 will cost you roughly $430,000 to $480,000 in most of the country for a standard quality build, assuming you act as your own general contractor and handle some of the finished work yourself. If you hire a GC for everything, add $80,000 to $120,000 to that number. The family I profiled spent $457,000 and saved approximately $68,000 by self-managing. They now have a beautiful, energy-efficient 3,000 square foot home that's exactly what they wanted. The key takeaways are these. Budget for 10 to 15% more than your estimates for unexpected costs. Don't cut corners on foundation, insulation, or major systems. Hire licensed professionals for electrical, plumbing, and HVAC. Make all your decisions before construction starts to avoid expensive changes. Act as your own GC only if you can truly commit the time. And get multiple quotes from every subcontractor. If you found this breakdown helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe for more honest Barndominium content. Drop a comment below telling me what aspect of Barndominium building you want me to cover next. I read every comment, and your input shapes my future videos. And if you're serious about building, check out the link in the description for my free Barndominium planning checklist that breaks down every single task you'll need to complete. It's helped over 5,000 people stay organized during their builds. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video where I show you the actual interior of this 3,000 square foot build and reveal what they would do differently if they could start over. You don't want to miss that one.